Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. In today's Hacker Tools episode we will be looking at CRLFuzz, a tool where you can inject new lines and get bounties. A CRLF injection is the injection of a new line, or a CRLF, so carriage return line feed, in places where the server doesn't expect them. Then that can cause a multitude of vulnerabilities such as XSS, session fixation, cookie injection, open redirects, and so on. So, what are we waiting for? Let's take a look at CRLFuzz. In my Kali machine here, I have a vulnerable website up and running, and it has a endpoint /version1 and /test. And if I send that request in burp, we will see that the response by the server contains this header x-action is equal to test. Now that seems to be the text that we submitted as the endpoint in our GET request. So let's try changing test to, for example, integrity. And then if we resend that request, well, we see that x-action, that header, now contains the value integrity. Okay, so we have our value there. Now what if we send a new line in our GET request? Will the server respond to us with a new line as well? Can we then append a custom header value that we want, for example set-cookie, and then supply a cookie? If the server then responds back with x-action integrity, enter, set cookie, and some cookie, then that means that we have a header injection, which can obviously lead to a lot of other vulnerabilities. So that's the idea. Let's see if CRLFuzz can help us with that. So into the command line, I'm going to use a CRLFuzz binary, and we're going to say -u equals and then -u and then our endpoint, which is HTTP, in this case my local host, because I have this lab running locally on port 3000, and then version 1, and then it was integrity. Let's run that, and obviously this finishes very, very quickly, and we see that it tried a bunch of payloads. A lot of them didn't work, but a lot of them also worked, and that's really, really cool. So let's copy one of these payloads that worked. For example, I'm just randomly picking out this one. I'm gonna copy that, and let's see in burp what happens here. And as we can see, what we expected happened here. The cookie was set to our value in response back, and that's amazing. Now the question is, can we set any cookie we want? So can we, for example, change the session to a fixed session and do stuff like that? Can we use this header injection to bypass some protections? That's all up to you from there. However, this CRLF injection can obviously help you go into very big bounty terrain. In this case, we use the tool very simply by just supplying one URL. However, sometimes you may want to interface this with some other tools that you've already been using to gather endpoints and stuff like that. So if you look at the help menu here, we see that we can also supply a list with -l. Now this list will allow you to just have a file containing endpoints, and you can try all of them and see if any of them are vulnerable. You can also use different methods. For example, in a post request, you can supply data, set some headers, all that kind of stuff. You can choose to have your output go to a file. And then two more important things is you can proxy the requests if you want, and you can change the concurrency so that you're not bottlenecking the server or DOSing it. And yeah, that's the idea behind this tool, CRLFuzz. It's a very simple tool, but it does what it does very well. And we've already reached the end of this video. If you like this video, like it, subscribe if you want to see more of us. Would you like us to check out a tool in the next video? Then recommend it down below in the comments, and good luck bug bounty hunting this week. Take care.